You choose how to be, right? Yeah, so I choose to be happy.
Was there a time in your life where you weren't happy, or?
Pai is a valley, so valley is like a melting pot. I was born in Ukraine, but I left around 91, Soviet Union times.
What's the secret to a Ukrainian-American Thai relationship?
I know that's a very deep question. Now we have another small issue, or maybe it's a big issue for somebody.
So it's a misconception that it was a group of foreign people that formed Pai.
And don't miss your chance.
All right, Kay, thanks for agreeing to sing down with me today. Maybe we could start at the beginning and tell us what you did before Thailand and then how you ended up here.
Before Thailand, I was in US, and my profession was cosmetologist and beautician, basically. This is what I was doing. And at some point, I was just getting a bit ill, and doctors were quite expensive. So I was coming to Thailand for holidays, for prove my health, and I fell in love, and basically I just moved in here.
And where from originally then?
Originally from Ukraine. I was born in Ukraine. But I left around 91, Soviet Union times, when it was collapsing. I left for the States. Yes.
And so you became a citizen in the States? Or?
I am a citizen of US, yes.
How long ago was it when you came to Thailand then?
23 years, I would say, yeah. That's about that long.
Did you fall in love and did you move here for love, or did you move here for just you wanted to be in this country?
Many reasons, yeah. You cannot just say there was one specific reason that led to this decision. Many reasons lead to it. So, like one is health, that I notice health-wise I feel a lot better in Thailand, probably because of the food, not probably for sure, and other factors. It just fitted my health better, one reason. Second reason, it's just a beautiful place. How can you say no to it? Like yeah. So it's another. I don't know, there's many reasons. And then I met this beautiful lady, and then this and that. So circumstances, let's say circumstances lead me to it. Yeah.
So you guys have stuck it through from the beginning, right?
Yes, yeah. And we actually started from Chiang Mai together before we moved to Pai, and that's over 20 years, like 22, 23, maybe 24 now. And then we had a small shop selling herbal teas in Chiang Mai, but then we fell in love in Pai, and we just moved here. That's it, simple as this. Yeah.
So Pai was a lot less developed. How do you remember it back then?
Sure, everything in Thailand was less developed, and we were the pioneers and helped developing in many ways. In some of the construction way, but more of the things we brought here. Like I'm the third generation kombucha maker. My grandmother made, my mother made. So I'm making kombucha now, and we brought kombucha to Pai. That was like over 20 years ago. We were one of the pioneers. When I lived in US, I learned about wheatgrass juice. So we were pioneers of wheatgrass juice over 20 years ago when we made the wheatgrass juice available to people by shots. We had a line of people every day. And then, of course, the word spread around and many other places start doing same thing. So, but anyway, it was great times, yeah. And of course, less roads, no traffic lights, no 7-Eleven, no nothing like that. Yeah, there were a few hippies. Everybody knew each other. They were good times, yeah, good times.
And you set up shop here pretty early on, was it? And I heard this used to be a bit of a central hub of Pai in this area.
No, actually, it was in town, like a center where the walking street now, you know, that area. That time was no walking street, so there was a kind of like center where people gather, and this is exactly where we had our other place, and we still have it, but we rent it out, somebody else doing something there. But I used to call Good Life in Pai, so and then we extended to here Good Life Datcha, we call it. So. But that's how we knew everybody. Everybody knew us. We were quite popular that time. Yeah. Now we develop in this area. When there was nothing in town, we pushed down, I guess. And now here we try and bring here. And there's many other businesses coming to this area, which is fantastic. So it works for everybody. More businesses, more tourists, more for everybody. Very good. Very good.
How have you found doing business in Pai over the years?
I love doing business in Pai, that's for sure. And again, many reasons. I know I never face any mafia harassment or police harassment or any of that. It's all nice and quiet. If everything by papers and legit and you have your documents, there's no problem. Nobody gonna mess with you. But of course, if things are done under tape and this that, so then you can expect. So for us, everything is clear. And for the business, of course, I'm foreigner, and I would have difficulties if I would do it myself. More difficult. Now I have my Thai wife. She does everything for me, so it's easy. I'm a lucky man in that sense. She knows how to fill up papers and where to take them.
That's important. No?
Oh, for sure. I would not know. I would get lost there.
But do you see, there's been a few news stories that have come out of Pai recently about crackdowns and certain venues being targeted. Have you seen a little bit more of an increase in that recently? Or
there are some, but it's not like crackdown. It's something I guess they had to do because it was kind of a situation where people played openly, foreigners without work permits, without everything. So I guess they had to react to it. But overall, I don't hear a lot of it. It's like, okay, now we have another small issue, or maybe it's a big issue for somebody because of a lot of loud, like tubing maybe, or a jungle parties or something like that. But I think it's fine. You know, the young generation also have to have their fun, and if we have to somewhere sacrifice for them, otherwise we'll have a retirement community here. And it's also would be nice, but it's nice when varieties, right? When you have everything, you have old, you have young, you have. That's pretty much how we build our place for the mixture of people, international people, all races, all colors, all ages. So we go for that.
And the place is fantastic. It's so intricate. There's like, wherever you look, there's something. There's a fountain, there's a Buddha, there's a... and is this from your imagination, from your design, or it's a team collaboration?
Many people participate during the years. You can imagine how many years we've been doing this. So yeah, it's always evolving. There's all kinds of people come and put their hands, their gods, their time, their money into the place. I should definitely highlight my good friend Karas that passed away, and he was a good help to me also for the constructing, building, creating things. So.
And he was behind also the beautiful mandala.
Mandalas, yes, it was his collection, and it came from Nepal, some of them Tibet. It's beautiful. Now we have a gallery room where we display all this work, so anybody can come look. It's free also.
So just before we continue today's interview, I'd just like to mention our partner on today's video, Safety Wing. As subscribers know, I've been looking around a lot recently at different international health insurance options, and one that really stands out is Safety Wing's Nomad Insurance Complete. It's actually designed for people that are living abroad and spending time between different countries. The coverage works in about 175 countries, including Thailand. One thing I liked about it is you're not tied into any hospital network, and so if you need to see a doctor, you can use any licensed hospital or clinic that is convenient for you. What's more is, in many cases, they can arrange direct billing with the hospital, so you're not always having to pay up front and then claim back afterwards. It also includes doctor visits, hospital treatment, specialist care, and emergency medical evacuation, which, as we know, can come in very useful. And it can also apply when you return to your home country, which can come in very useful if you're splitting your time between locations. The link for Nomad Insurance Complete is in the description and the pinned comment below, or you can use this QR code here on screen. Okay, tell me a little bit about your day. Like, you're not so much a retiree here. You're not retired. It sounds like you're quite busy, actually. What does your day look like?
But I feel like retired. No, because I do exactly what I want to do. What else I would do? I'm enjoying the day. I come trying to come early so I can have my walk before, and about 8 o'clock when the staff come in, and we sort of put in music on, little sort of routine we follow, and then we meet the first customers, which is always a happy moment. Say hello. a lot of same people, friends, community coming for breakfast and for early gossip. So it's nice, yeah. And we have a lot of good live music come. The guys are jamming or just rehearsing right in front of Datcha in the park. So we have like free live music also. Good guys, yeah, very good guys. Good musicians. Lunch, dinner, I don't know, it's all pleasures.
All good people.
All good people, good fun, good music, good food, I don't know, good everything, good climate, good everything. So yeah, there's nothing to complain about. Good life, that's a good life, yeah.
You seem quite a happy guy, and so what's your secret?
There's no secret. Just be happy. You choose how to be, right? Yeah, so I choose to be happy.
Was there a time in your life where you weren't happy, or?
But for sure, yeah, things happen, somebody passed, this, that, yeah, sure. But I'm trying not to hold those moments in my mind so much, it's past is the past. We are in the present, and present is wonderful, so enjoy 'em.
Well, we'll take a quick brief look at the past. When you talked about the Soviet Union, was that a big part of your life, or was it something you left and you didn't see? Did it impact you in any way, or?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think the way I grew up, but the thing is, my mother Russian actually, my father Ukraine. So I kind of have both cultures in me, and I grew up with this both cultures. It was very sad to see when the war started, but overall, how did it affect my mentality? That I don't know, but that was then. Now it's different guy. Like we change all the time, right? So whatever mentality I had back then was like 40 years ago. God knows, I don't remember. Yeah, I know it was good.
Was growing up tough, or is it hard?
No. Well, I did grow up without father, with mother, but. Yeah, it's okay. We were not hungry. We had a nice flat. I had some little jobs. I studied. It's normal life. Yeah, nothing.
And have your family been able to come out here to this as well to see what you do?
Unfortunately not. Yeah, unfortunately not. It'd be nice to have them here, but yeah, no. Okay, maybe some other life. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so tell us again. You lived in America for a while. What did you do there in America?
Yeah, a cosmetologist. Yeah, basically a beautician. I work in a spa salon, and it's a very. I did hair, like highlighting, colors, some cuts. Yeah, it was good. Also, I enjoy very much. Great job.
Different
good people.
to what you do now, though. Huh?
Similar, actually, similar. Yeah, I provide happiness to the people. So that time you make people happy. This time also we have beautiful rooms and sauna and spa and everything you want here. Library, books, bikes. So yeah, isn't it pleasure?
Your positive attitude, has it been something that's been with you throughout America and here, or is it something that was amplified by being here in Pai in some way, or?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Probably, yeah. Well, I guess so. I guess so. A positive attitude, yeah. I don't know how long. But yeah, long time.
A long time.
Long time, yeah.
And what do you think Thailand has taught you over the past 20 years? Is something that you didn't know when you lived in America and you came here and you're like, hey, I learned something here?
That's a good question, yeah. Like, what would I learn? Yeah, I learned the way of Buddhism, I would say. Yeah, I never thought about before until I come here. I started going to Wat Tam Bua, is the jungle monastery where I spend some time in silence and sort of learning about Buddhism. And this is, I think, the biggest thing I learned in Thailand. It is a way of Buddhist life. It's beautiful, yeah. I think it's beautiful life, yeah.
Is there any key things about that for you that you put to practice day to day? Is it something now that's subconscious or something that you think about daily? Or?
Subconscious, yeah. No, I'm not working on it that hard. It's just kind of there. I got the message and I live it.
Yeah. Well, I've worked in hospitality as well in the hotels, and sometimes like when you meet so many people coming through, how do you not find it get fatigued a little bit? Like you meet so many people and maybe you forget people?
It's good you're saying this, because I catch myself sometimes I have too many people interaction. So but then I have my room and I go and sit and whatever, relax, lay down, take a nap, watch stand-up shows. I love comedies. So I do take my times. I go sauna also to relax for quiet times. I don't do ice bath, to be honest. That's like too much extreme. Maybe next one. But I have nice cold plunge that I go in after the sauna. That's my quiet time and free from people also.
And so you meet a lot of people coming through and a lot of people living here. What do you think is the key to making it work in the north?
That's a good. I don't know if I have answer to this question. I've seen people come and have a lot of power and money, and they want to create something nice, like simply a beer garden with all kinds of. It's a good idea, but after a while, the guy says, "Oh, I hate it. Everyone knows me." After 1 month, it's like it's too small for him, So I guess success is different for everyone. Another one maybe finds success in Buddhist practices in the temple and go that way, right? And consider to being a big success in his life. This also, I met people that used to be rich and had businesses. I met them in the temple. They said, we drop everything, just come here for learn this way. One was a Thai guy from Germany, I remember very well, very nice man. But that's what he did. So, and he considered to be success, coming from Germany to temple, dropping all his job and everything. So, success. Am I successful? I also don't know. I'm happy. I live good life. Everything works. But is this success? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I could have done more, right? Could be more success. Yeah.
Depends how you qualify the success. On a measure of the happyometer, I'd say you're pretty high, having not known you very long too. But you seem very happy and content. I'm assuming your business is a profitable business. It supports you and family and.
Yeah, but I don't have much saving, to be honest. It's everything we make, we just put back into the business and we develop, we improve things. So a big family, 3 kids, wife, mama, grandma, all these. It's just a nice life, comfortable, and okay, let's call it successful.
Yeah.
Because it is works. Yeah, it works.
And so you have 3 half Thai kids then?
Yeah.
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 And do they go to school here in Pai? Have you found all that?
Yeah, they go local school. So one went to university, just came back, and they okay. Schools are good here. There's no problem with the schools. If you want, you can get an international school and more fancy, But now a school, the Pai school, gives English classes, would you believe? This is actually first or second year they're doing this. Yeah, so if you want to have English program for your kid, you can do it here. Yeah, and very cheap.
And what about you've obviously had a very successful relationship as well. Like you see sometimes relationships last 6 months, sometimes 6 years. What's the secret to a Ukrainian-American Thai relationship?
I know that's a very deep question. Yeah, and it's not always silky. I tell you, sometimes it gets a bit rough rights and all that. I don't know. I think the biggest success it's when you have something together, something in common, something that bonds you, and we have many bonds like that. We have children, we have business, we have parents, we have things to take care together. So that's, I think, keeps us together also, like same interest, same, because different cultures can be very different, because people have different lives, different interests, different ideas. At the end, they collapse. So, but yeah, like it's not always easy, but it works. and I enjoy it. It's a nice ride. Yeah, it's a very nice ride.
And what do you think is the most challenging part that a lot of Thai, let's say Thai Western or Thai foreigner relationships face? What do you think is the hardest part of that?
I think the probably miscommunication. That's where a lot of people get difficulties, like when they don't really understand each other because of the language barriers, cultural barriers. Can be many factors that lead to collapses, and I think patience, and again Buddhist approach is the best. Yeah, just stay present when you do it. You know, if there is an argument, be there, be present. You know, deal with it, and like this, don't just walk away from the problems. Yeah, deal with it.
And so, do you see this as your life forever now? Do you have plans for the future? Do you think that this is how you want to live and you want to be here till... I mean, how old are you? I don't think I caught that.
57.
You're 57.
It's crazy. Yeah. Hard to believe. But yeah, I understand. So for the future, I don't see anything else, to be honest. I'm not planning moving anywhere. I'm not planning making a lot more businesses. Also not content, maybe that's the word. Yeah, like I'm satisfied. We do have a little improvements we're making, and they're gonna be finished in a week or two, and gonna be nice and quiet again. And I don't know. It's all good. All good.
You're happy to be here. You're happy to do this.
Very happy.
What has been the hardest part of doing it, though, setting up life here in Thailand? Maybe it was in the early days at first, and what was the hardest part for you?
But it was back those days. Now it's a lot more easier. But then those days when we got married and we had to make this married visa, it was quite a bit complicated. Yeah, there was a lot of papers, like literally the stack of paper we had to fill up and sign every paper. So, and then this paper missing, that paper, it was stressful. Yeah, but then after a while, when it became a regular thing, you do it every year. Okay, now it's a lot easier. But that was a difficult thing. We had a huge flood here, and it was again around 20 years back when our place in town got flooded twice. It was up to like waist, so we had to clean. It was a bit dramatic. But after that, looks like they fixed. They done something right, and there's no more flood comes. So amazing, yeah. I think in Thailand everything works kind of like that. Yeah, there's a problem, they fixing it. It's not like it's gonna be there forever. No, that's how I feel. In Pai anyway. If you look around, you don't even find bad road anywhere. It's everything. Yeah. Even the good roads, they make it better. Yeah, so go figure. So yeah, it's I think Pai for me is the best, and if I wanna retire somewhere, that would be Pai for sure. There is no other place. Yeah. So that's
is there any advice you'd give for somebody that was thinking about, look, I want to go to Thailand, I've got a little bit of money, and I want to kind of pull my retirement early and start a business here? Is there any advice you'd give to somebody in that situation? A lot of my subscribers are in the 60s and whatnot, but they may want to do a little project on the side. Any advice you might give? Or
It's a great idea, yeah. So you don't get bored, you do something. Of course, it's important. I think there's many. The Pai is like a blooming flower, so it's developing. There's so much more coming and more to come. But my suggestion, big advice would be do everything legal. Just register company, do this, that. What needs to so. After be no stress. If you do in illegal business, you know how it feels. Anytime police pass through, it'll be like, oh, are they coming for me? So it's better make everything legal and enjoy and relax. What kind of businesses? There's tons of opportunities. I can't really put my finger on one. It would be not fair. Yeah. But I think it would take for one to go around and research and see where the heart is. Maybe it's a small coffee shop, maybe it's a dispensary, maybe it's a car rental, whatever it is. Many things can be done. There's a lot of tourists here on the high season. So, but that's only thing you also have to consider, because low season there's almost nobody, and the high season it's super busy. So ideally, if the business makes money half a year take off, relaxing.
But it can be difficult in the low season to get by.
Yeah, but you will see many places even will close, not to bother, because in the high season they make it back. You see what happened in here in Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai a lot less prices on the accommodation and everything, and bikes also. People ask why, because Chiang Mai it's pretty much all year round. You have here it's like few months and it's finished. Mm-hmm. So I like it. I also like this way. I like to work hard a few months and then relax the rest of the time.
And what if you're not doing business and you're retiring here in Pai? You chose it as your retirement place. Do you think there's enough going on to keep you entertained throughout your day-to-day life?
In Pai? Why are you kidding? You see what they're building around. It's crazy. There's a big compounds, beautiful events, and there's a circus, there's dances, ecstatic dances, there is a drum show. I don't know, you mentioned it's all here. You never get bored here. And besides, is a great community of expats living in Pai. So every time you drive around, you're going to see this guy or that guy. You say hello here, hello there. I love it. It's a fantastic feeling. And all the guys that live here, great guys, there's nobody bad. It's all nice people, musicians, artists. I don't know any business guys. It's all like more like older hippies, you would say. The happy guys, yeah.
And you think it's easy to make friends here then?
Oh, for sure. It's like nowhere else. Yeah, here you can just sit at the same table and talk, and you'll be a friend. But that's what everyone will tell you. It's a true story. You never see anywhere. Chiang Mai, big cities, no, it's not there. Here it's very easy to get in contact. I think there's the idea behind this is what I feel, because the Pai is a valley. So valley is what? It's like a mountain surrounded the flat area valley. So valley is like a melting pot. It's like a soup, and you come here, another ingredient in the soup, right? And so and then if this is wrong ingredient, maybe soup will kick it out. So if it's a good ingredient, it sits here. So we all kind of melted together here in this, and it started not from the hippies, it started from the hill tribes, because you see here Aka, Mon, Lisu, Lahu, they all come from somewhere. They come from Tibet, they come from Laos, Burma, Cambodia. All these tribes, they come to the valley. So now we just another tribe, Falan tribe, hippie tribe, yeah, hippie Falan tribe, yeah. And that's how they look at us here. So okay, another tribe. So that's why if you go south, a different story. There's they don't mix so much. Thai people with foreigners don't mix as much as they do it in north. North they kind of live together. Yeah.
So it's a misconception that it was a group of foreign people that formed Pai. It was a group of tribal people from around the area. Right?
They started. And then, like 60s, 70s is when hippies start coming. But those times, I remember when the road to come from Chiang Mai to Pai would take about 5 hours. And the road was very beaten up and mudslides, this, that. So to get to Pai was very difficult. And that's another great Chinese say. They say like this: when the road was bad, good people were coming. When the road become good, all kinds of people came. So those times you don't see that many people, but the people were coming were quite nice people, good people. Yeah.
You have a herb shop as well out front, yes. And how were things back then when the herb was not legal? Comparison to now, everything is.
It's like this. It's like everywhere, every country. It was all around. It's always around everywhere, right? No matter which country you go, you can find. So same here. If you would come here, you would find it. Yeah. But I never see hard drugs here. It was mostly like cannabis and the kind of light. It's not like now hydroponic. It was a sort of sativa, Thai stick from the field, and it looked like a broom. And you would pinch it, the leaves, and it wasn't so strong too. But it worked. It made people laugh. Yeah. So it was good. Yeah.
And now, obviously, it's readily available in all strengths and forms. And
now it's amazing what's happening. You can find any strain, any smell, any taste, anything you want.
Do you think it's been a positive thing for Pai in Thailand?
I think so. I think, for sure, 100%. Yeah, I think it's a positive thing. I always thought that way. That why is it illegal? I just don't understand that. Like the alcohol, cigarettes. How come that legal? I don't know. Who makes these laws? Like how is it that cannabis worse than alcohol? I don't get it.
When you look back to the 20 years ago in Pai, do you ever feel nostalgic?
Oh, of those times, the 20 years ago. Yeah, nostalgic. Not really.
Well, you're still here. You're still here.
It was bad. No. That was a great time. No, but I just don't feel nostalgic. I guess. Yeah, it's a great time now. Why nostalgic about the past? I don't get it. Yeah.
So you don't look back and think, "Oh, I miss the good old days." No.
Nah, it were good days.
These are the good old days.
These are the good days. Yeah, they're all good days. Yeah.
And are you usually here? Are you usually about in Datcha? And
Yeah, I'm in Datcha morning to evening. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we actually have a house nearby where we stay as a family, and we go there to sleep. But all day we hang around Datcha doing things. Yeah.
I heard you speak some Thai as well.
Yeah, but after so many years, I never went to school. I have a street Thai. Street Thai. So. Yeah.
So if you want to check out Datcha, you can come on down. Where are we located? You're better telling me than me.
Oh, we are in Pai and the area called Wednesday Market, because on Wednesday we also have a big market that people come from mountains, from Chiang Mai, from everywhere. And we also have Saturday's market on the park. So the area called Wednesday Market, and the place, you can Google. Good Life Datcha, Google it.
And your food is Thai, so you've got Western dishes?
Oh, for the food, we have everything, mostly Thai, but many Westerner steaks and hamburgers and stuff like that.
Fantastic breakfast.
Good breakfast, everything. Yeah. And again, kombucha, all kinds of flavors. Kefir, we make our own, lots of fermentation.
Well, thanks so much, Kay, for inviting me to chat with you.
Welcome.
It's been a pleasure.
I want to also invite everybody, all the good people, come enjoy, relax, get healthy, get strong, get happy. And don't miss your chance.
Fantastic. Thank you, Kay.